here. Hope you're all doing well. I'm going to do some Valentine inspired ATCs. So I told you I was going to do all the Valentine projects I could before the 14th. But I'm trying to make them where it's just the heart is the focal point and they're not necessarily just Valentine. I think the heart shows up in a lot of projects, and that's kind of just what I want to do here is just while it's Valentine's Day, let's just make some projects with the heart. So my ATC cards, I saw an idea on Pinterest, so I'm going to try it, and that is to make, there's never an example close by when you need it. Here it is. To make it kind of look like a ticket. So I'm going to show you how to do that. First, I'm going to take my little piece of paper here, and this was on a paper pack that I have torn it to so many pieces, but it had like the full time, like the holidays on there, the full size pages, and then it had the smaller ones like that. So I'm cutting out the smaller ones because they are exactly an ATC size. Wonder if they planned that. So just do it here, the paper, and I'm just putting it on the little ATC card just for just to make it a little bit more sturdy, so it's not just the paper. So this is just an ATC card. I buy them from an Etsy shop, but you can cut up anything, a cardboard, just anything. A piece of cardstock. I just happen to have a whole bunch of these. So I'm going to go ahead and just use it. Okay, so if you can see inside the little card, it says like promise me, I think cherish, kiss, I love you, sweet, Valentine, those kinds of things on there. So I'm going to ink the edges just a bit. But first, I have a price tag stuck to me. Let's show you how to do that shape for the ticket. So maybe you already know that if you take a hole punch or something and you, not like a corner rounder this way, but the opposite way to make the ticket, you can use a hole punch, or I don't know if they make a punch for that, but I just have a little hole punch here. And I'm just going to put it here so it goes in a different direction than like a corner rounder would. So I'm going to just take those edges off. Hope that they're pretty symmetrical. And that's it. That's how you can make your ticket. ATC is a little bit wide, but I think it's cute. This one came out a little bit much, but that's okay. All right, so now we have our shape just by using a hole punch there on the corner. So I'm going to ink up the edge. I did one earlier and I did a little red on the edge. Let's see. I don't want to overdo it though. Now you could start to embellish and layer on here with so many different ideas now that you're at this point, and now you want to look at it like it's a ticket, and I think that that makes you look at it a little bit different. So I have this little pair of scissors, and we're going to try to make the little jagged, when you tear a ticket, it has that little jagged edge. So you want to just put your scissors barely, I don't want scallops, so if I put them all the way on, that's what I'm going to get, but I just want to grab just the very edge so it looks like I tore my ticket off of the whole row. And these scissors are far from wonderful, but they're so not sharp or anything, but here we go. Definitely looks like it was torn, but that's what you can do. Or if you have like pinking shears that you can use just for paper, you could just grab, you could use any design like this one, just so that there's something at the bottom to make it look like it's been torn. So there's our base of one ATC. I am going to make two. I always make a pair of ATCs when I do that. Okay, So my focal point is going to be these little wooden hearts that I bought at Dollar Tree and bits and pieces of the paper pack. So let's see. Also, I have, gosh, I'm running out of room here. I have these stickers from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to try to incorporate those as well. And then I have these little sheets here. I think they're Tim Holtz. I haven't found the perfect quote yet, but maybe I could cut up some words and put something together. So we'll see how that goes. All right. Okay. We'll ink up the heart here a little bit. So this is, I was originally going to use this when I was practicing here, but now it kind of fades into the paper. So I'm going to swap it over here. And then I found a 14. And I am going to cut out my own 2 little squares here. I'm going to try to grab those hearts. So they won't be connected like those, but I think they'll be all right. So here's our heart here. I think I'm going to raise it just a little bit, even though it's an ATC and I normally want them flat. I'm going to try to raise this just a hair. All right. So we're going to put this right here in the middle. To do a tag the same exact way, punch a hole here, put your ribbon at the top. And this looks bigger than an ATC, but it really is an ATC size. So from the stickers, I think what I'm going to do is put, it has a key, and that's from this set right here. I just took the key out. I think I'm going to place it right here. Now in that pack, one of the quotes that I found could not be any tinier. So somewhere there's a little word that says of. Oh my gosh. And I'm going to put it right here somehow. Maybe I'm going to get the Mod Podge out. Gosh. Letters are kind of a beigey color, and I just inked around the edges. All right, let me work on the other one, and we'll have a final product here in just a bit. Get our little hole punch out here, and put our little corners. But this method also works if you have just something smaller. Maybe not as, you know, an ATC, but if you're doing something small, you can definitely do the same thing and make it look like a ticket. You can also have like a long piece of paper here, and then you could start to, like right here would be a ticket, and then right here would be a ticket, and then at the end would be a ticket. So then you can just fold them. So you don't have to go and buy tickets. You can make your own just by doing that. And then you can just embellish each little part just like individual tickets, which is really fun to do. So let's do some inking real fast. Also, if you don't have a wooden heart, you can just cut out a heart out of some cardstock, and then also just put it on some foam tape, kind of lift it. And what I did is, you can get a sanding block or sandpaper or whatever, but I always have this little nail file handy. So we're just going to rough up this heart a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and stick this heart down because I'm not going to layer anything else on here. Here's a little arrow. Oh yes, here it is. There's a little arrow. Do I want the whole part? Nope. Okay. I'm going to put this right here. Oh, here's one that says whisper to my heart, so let's just use that. Okay, and again, we're going to ink this. And then we're going to snip it into pieces gently. And then we're going to attempt to glue it down here. Okay, super cute. That's all I'm going to do with them. Let's see. But I don't think so. I kind of like just the rustic kind of look of them. Hey, I forgot to cut the edges of this one. So, okay, that's it. Simple little project to do on a little ATC cards. Or you can make them into tags as well if you want to punch your hole here, put the ribbon at the top, and then you have the writing space on the back. Make sure whatever you use here, you use sharper scissors than I did because they didn't cut so well. But I'll fix that up in a little bit. So hope you enjoyed it. Hope you were inspired to try to make them or something like them. But it's another way just to use up, the little word pads that I have. And then I've been having a ball using up all those little wooden hearts that I bought. So there you go. Thanks for joining me on my quick little ATCs. I hope you're all doing well, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.